The gallery was alive. Sarah felt a thrill course through her as she stepped inside. It had been years since she had set foot in this space, a place that held 1,000 memories. The air buzzed with conversation, the scent of wine, and the soft glow of spotlights illuminating the artwork. She took a deep breath, letting the familiar atmosphere wash over her. As she moved from one painting to the next, Sarah felt a strange sense of displacement. The artists were new, their styles a world away from the one she remembered. Yet there was a comforting familiarity to the space itself, the high ceilings and the echoing acoustics. It felt like a homecoming of sorts. Her eyes fell upon a portrait, a woman with fiery red hair, her eyes reflecting 1,000 unspoken stories. Something about the painting drew her in, the raw emotion captured on the canvas. It felt familiar, yet she couldn't place why. Lost in her contemplation, she didn't notice the figure approaching her until he spoke. His voice, a low timbre that sent a shiver down her spine, instantly transported her back in time. "It's a powerful piece, isn't it?" he remarked, his gaze lingering on the painting. "David!" Sarah breathed, her voice barely a whisper. She turned slowly, her heart pounding in her chest. Time seemed to stand still as their eyes met. He stood before her, a ghost from her past, yet undeniably real. The years had been kind to him, etching lines of experience on his face, adding a touch of silver to his hair. But his eyes, those warm hazel eyes, still held the same spark of recognition. "Sarah!" he echoed, a slow smile spreading across his face. "I can't believe it's you!" For a moment they simply stood there, their gazes locked in a silent exchange of emotions. The years melted away, the distance bridged by a shared history that transcended time. "It's been a long time," Sarah finally managed, her voice catching in her throat. "Too long," David agreed, stepping closer. He hesitated for a moment, then gently took her hand in his. His touch, familiar and comforting, sent a wave of warmth through her. They found a quiet corner in the gallery, away from the chattering crowd. As they talked, the years seemed to melt away. They reminisced about shared dreams, forgotten laughter, and the bittersweet pangs of their youthful romance. "You've changed," David observed, his gaze sweeping over her face.